Right, well, before we start, my my baby needs a little bit of TLC, and there's an oil leak and stuff. But to show you the oil leak, I've got to take out the air box and all this plastic covery stuff. I'll take all that off as well as this cover on the top here. But before I do all that, I need to drain the oil. So I'll remove the sun plug because she's nice and hot now, and oil flows better when it's warm. There we go. Oh, bloody hell. It's a good thing I put the puppy pads down. Catch any spills. Oh my god. So while that drains, and to help it drain, take off the oil cap at the top. I left it on initially so that it wouldn't blast out type thing. A little bit of suction, keep the flow, but it should flow nicely now. Yeah, it's going right. Super. Right, so while that's draining, let's remove all this. Plug. Quick tip, keep the bolts in the right holes so that you don't lose them. So I've identified where the leak is, and is just up here on the tappet cover. There, you see there, it's a little bit moist. So that's leaking there. And the other one is here on the oil filter. This is the oil filter over here. It's in there, and well, this whole thing is bolted to the engine, and this gasket looks like it's gone. So I've got new gaskets. I'm going to change them out. Look at those awful cracks and things in there. So new fan belt's going in as well. No, it's not gonna work. Alright, you can't see this, but you always know it's a struggle when you rip your glove. But anyway, she's out, and now I just need to put some tape around the end of this little bugger, because it turns out that that's a live wire. Next, we've got 5/13s to remove. Can't find the socket. Damn! I think I need to clean everything first. There we go. Ah! There we go. Fabulous! Right. Time for a bath, I think. After a bit of a clean, she's looking a lot better. There we go. Have a quick look see. So there we go. Not 100% clean, but you know, good enough to work on. Now we got to undo these 6 bolts and watch the chaos. Start the bottom. That's quite tight. Ah, there she goes. There we go. Oh. Shoot. Oh, it's missing the tray. Fuck sakes. There we go. Where does that come from? This one is still rather horrendous. So we'll give this quick a clean and then put the new gasket in. Ah, there's our smoking gun. Look, the O-ring is burst just there. So there's your problem. You're going to need a new O-ring. Ah, so this is like a one-way valve. Okay, so this was our fail point. See, it's knackered. So out with the old and in with the new. One. Come on, and there's the other one. Happy days. So here's the new gasket. Goes on there. And then the O-rings that we've just put on, they will fit in there, that way actually. And then while you're in there, got a new filter. Like that pops in there. Obviously take the plastic off. And what else we got in there? A couple of O-rings. Just put a little bit of oil that's on my fingers on. There's oil everywhere, so it's not like it's going on dry. Come on. Oh, attack. I have seen a thing where they use string and they put it on using string, but I'll be fine. And that will go back in here. Right. Okay. So yeah. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Don't think so. Just clean the outside as well. We've got to get all that gunk off. Cool. Right, attempt number 1. Oh, attempt number 1 has failed. Right, let's try. If we put this thing in here first, like that. Okay. Oh. No, don't fall out there, you freaking idiot. No, something's not right here. What's not right? Everything isn't. Gently does it. Yeah, something moved. I think we're going. I think we're good. Hopefully we're good. Before we forget, plug our little sensor back in. Oh shit. Little too. Doesn't seem right. Well, it's day 2. I only did a couple hours yesterday, and so we finished up with the oil filter and the gasket there, and that's all snugged up and torqued. Now throw the belt back on, and then put the alternator housing and the alternator back in. Connect all that up. And then we can do the tappet cover, and hopefully there won't be any leaks. But, you know, tappet cover is quite simple. It's just about 10 bolts, and then clean everything up and put it back. So that's good. And with the new airbox, we've got, well, not the new airbox. With the airbox, we've got a new air filter going in, and happy days. So let's get to it. Right, that's all back. Now I just need to torque the oil filter 25 newtons, and then we can put all the airbox and stuff back in. Right, well, that's all in and done, but I've still got parts left. I've still got a fuel filter, I've still got these little jibby jobbies for the diff, and I've still got tappet cover. So it's going to be a longer day than I thought. Just looking to do this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 bolts. I think I should move this out the way so I can get in here easier. Yeah, it should, because this can come in and down. This controls our spark. Okay, so this is quite shocking, but this one and that one weren't even tight at all. They weren't even screwed in. This one at the back's a bit hard to get to, but bloody hell! I mean, you know, you'd think you'd at least tighten them a bit. I just hope. Now I'm starting to stress, because I hope that it's not all stripped in there, you know. Because if he's stripped all the bloody threads, then we're up shit creek. That's what we are. So this should just, in theory, pop off. Come on, you. Out you come. What are you catching on? Oh, it's just the old gasket. Okay. Well, it looks okay. If we look, I used a ton of silicone to try and stop it. Look at that in that hole there. Shouldn't need that much silicone, bud. Oh my gosh. While I'm doing this, I'll tell you a story about silicone. I had a bad experience. See, I had a lovely little car, 200 SX, with a turbo in it. And it had some piston slap, or developed piston slap, and then one day the piston decided to stay in the cylinder and the conrod kept going up and down. So I sent it into a garage and they said, oh yeah, we know where it is, engine rebuild. Okay, fine, no problem. So they rebuilt the engine, but the people they sent it to, Backyard Mechanics, must have been, because they decided to use silicone on the sump instead of the proper gasket. And they gave the car back to me. Driving down the road, she started barking at me, you know. Anyway, the next minute she goes and she stops. She stops giving power, and it turns out that the silicone had gone and got stuck in one of the oil lines, blocked the oil line for the turbo, and then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, turbo got blown. So hence why I am very cautious when it comes to using silicone where it isn't required. Anyway, just a little story while I scrape all this crap off. So I've taken one of the bolts. The bolts look fine. They're okay. But I screwed it into this first hole, and it only goes about a third of the way. And I can see that these have been stripped before, and they've used those little spring things to re-thread it. The problem is, if the bolt doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the hole, how are you supposed to tighten it? So I'm going to try and dig that stuff out with this little drill bit. Gently, so I don't muck up the threads. But I'm not going to use a drill or anything. Just going to do it by hand. Try and dig all the crap out of the bottom of the hole. It is coming. I don't know if you can see. As I just work it so that the gunk does come out. Okay, so we've put all the nuts in bar one, that one right at the back there. But they all fit and they all go down to the bottom. The problem I'm having now is that one right at the back, it was sometimes stripped and they've used a helicoil. Let me show you. So they used a helicoil, which is this. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, and this is like a replacement thread. So for the meantime, I found another bolt. I'll put this in. This does get threads right at the bottom. So I'll put this in, and then a couple of rubbers and a spacer, and hopefully that'll hold temporary until I can get it to the garage where they can put in proper new threads. But well, shit happens. Last little job to do. Put back the sun plug. Oh, while I was putting the sun plug in, battery died. Anyway, but yeah, so sun plug's in and torqued. Everything else is done. Chuck some oil in it, and then hopefully 4 liters should do it. Hopefully that'll be the end of it. We'll take it for a drive, see if we have any leaks. About 3.5 liters. So anyway, that's this weekend's project done. I also had the petrol filter I want to change, but I'm just running out of hours on the weekend, so we'll have to do that next week. Anyway, have a good one. Right, pulled her off the rams. Let's have a quick listen. I don't see any leaks. Doesn't seem to be running that smooth. Might be a little misfire, but I have got new spark plugs. But the spark plugs and the diff oil and the new oil filter, I think I'll put in next weekend, because I've got some other stuff to do now. Right, well, next video we'll do that. Ta-da!